Hi guys, welcome to frame 15, series 5, Snooker's Burden Trophy, Mr. Burden's Break. And unfortunately in this frame we have a few camera issues. As you can see, as we're looking at the table now, the top right pocket is slightly cut off, and in a couple of minutes I change the view with the camera, but what then happens is it goes out of focus a little bit, so apologies about this frame, about the cameras. But in the next session I completely changed the angle of the camera, so it's going to be more like the TV angle. It's from the bottom of the table end and up high. So I'm actually looking forward to that because it makes it easier to commentate. And I'm sure it's probably easier to watch because you can see the angles more, perhaps. But anyway, when that camera angle does come on next session, let us know your thoughts in the comments if you prefer it or not. Feedback would really help. But anyway, here we are in frame 3 of this session. Mark's just potted a lovely red to stay on the black there. And myself, I've won the first 2 frames of this session. Mark conceded in the last frame. There's a little bit of talk on the comments, I'd say, in the last frame on the comments about Mark conceding. Well, he might be a lot of things, but he's not unsportsmanlike, put it that way. He's the most sportsman fair person you could ever meet or play against or talk to about sport or anything really. So don't let that action make you think that about Mark, because he's not unsportsmanlike. I hope I didn't hash that, but I think Mark's got something to prove in this frame. He's lost the first 2. So hopefully for him, he's going to score some nice points here. He's just looking at this black. Can he get on to the next red? Needs to come off that cushion a bit. Red still on. It's a nice 16 so far. Just caught the jaws there a bit. And here we go for the next camera angle, and I'm afraid it's out of focus. Do apologise. I know it's not normally like this. I thought it might adjust. I must have, when I changed the view because it was too high. I must have done something to the camera which has done this, so apologies for this blurriness. I mean, you can still follow the frame, you can still see what's going on. Mark's just potted a lovely red there and screwed back for the black. And the reds are split quite nice, so if Mark can pot this black now, we could be looking at a decent break. Is it going in? Oh. Wow. I think I can just sneak a red in behind the black, but staying on the black might be a problem. I've got the red, which was a nice pot, but didn't stay on the black, unfortunately. So it looks like I'm going to take on a tricky pink, which I probably shouldn't have. Maybe should have gone for a safety shot here, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. If it had gone in, then this next red that Mark's about to take on would have been my red. So I'm yet to really turn up in this frame at the moment, and Mark is steaming ahead. He should be able to just roll this blue in and stay on a red here. Maybe he didn't go as far as he'd liked, but the top red in that bunch looks potable. That's unlucky. He would have been on the black as well there, but hasn't really left anything on. I think I can take on this red, which is the plan. And missed that, and now have I left anything for Mark? Yeah, that was all sorts of wrong, that shot. And I've left Mark a red here. If he can pot this, he should be able to stay on the black. or the pink, or the green, or the blue. So lots of options available. Black seems like the ball to take, and you should be able to stay on the reds down the bottom there, but unfortunately I think that's a touching ball. And a nice safety shot. And if you listen carefully, I'm just about to call this next shot. So I've just called bottom, well, top left pocket as we see it. I need to screw back a little bit for the pink. And the red's gone in as planned, but I've screwed too far back. Unbelievable. Well, I did think at the time I'd be able to cut this in, but I don't think that's the right shot. I've tried to pot it and missed and left Mark a chance here, which he takes just, it's unlucky. A nice red, just didn't come back far enough for a better angle on this black. Now Mark's got the close peg out, and well, he has left that red closest to the white potable. It's not an easy, it needs to be just dinked in. I should be able to stay on the black. Can I pot this? Oh no, missed it, but hasn't left it on, so looks like a safety shot coming up for Mark. And where's the white going to stop? Well, if I'm going to take on the black next, sorry, the red next to the black, that's not the shot. That's too much. It's such a fine cut. There's no way. Oh dear. Where's the white going to leave? Stop. Well, I've left that red there for Mark to pinch. Yeah, it takes it. Quite an easy pot. Stay on the blue. So yeah, 30 points difference at the moment. And one of the comments in the last frame, although it wasn't, I don't think it was meant to be a positive comment, it's actually given Mark and myself a good idea that conceding in a frame shouldn't be allowed if there's reds left on the table, because that does take the possibility of either player to score a high break. So that's a little rule we never really thought about before. So from now on, not obviously this session and the next session, the session after that, when we actually have some new footage, we will introduce that rule. So if there's reds left on the table, we can't concede, because that's obviously taking a chance of either player to score a high break away. Oh, that red just doesn't want to go in. And again, I apologise for the camera view. I feel like I need to put my glasses on, but I just didn't get back around for that black. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I should just be rolling up behind the black, surely. That was not the right shot to take there. And I've left Mark a shot to nothing, which he takes. Pots well. Is he going to be on a colour? Yes, he is. I'm sure he can screw back here for a red as well. As he left it, he's got a bit of an angle here to make, but avoids going in off, plays a nice red, and he's on the black. Wow, if this goes in, then surely it's frame over. Well, that's, yeah, 50 plays 4, 46 behind. There are points left on the table, don't get me wrong, but I've had enough. That's that. So, you know, everything I just mentioned about conceding with reds left, again, this frame, that didn't even occur to us about the high break. And I could have probably played on there, to be honest, because 2 reds and all the colours, You know, that makes 43, plus the 4 I've got was 47, a couple of snookers, and, you know, Bob's your uncle. But, yeah, so it swings and roundabouts. You know, we can't be stubborn and play on to the very end every frame. Maybe that was frustration from me and from Mark the frame before, a bit of frustration. But, you know, lesson learned. Shouldn't really give up until it's mathematically impossible or you need ridiculous amount of snookers. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next frame.